DC Multiverse!
Good day, everybody. Welcome back. So glad to be here with you today to review the McFarlane Toys MegaFigs Titan Joker from the Arkham Asylum video game. The box for this is absolutely huge. Like I'm talking, I pretty much had to take the door off the hinges to get it in the house. But anyway, the box art for this is the same as pretty much all the rest of the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse figures, so I'm not really going to go into it except for the back. The back has a great big picture. Personally, I think it would be a smart idea to put the bio of every character on the back along with an image. That way people who might not know who this is can pick it up and read the back of the box. Anywho, this figure is ginormous. It's really, really big. He's a big, shiny, grey beefcake of a figure, he is. He's covered in these blood spots because apparently that's what happens when you take the Titan formula. And Joker is the product of what happens when you inject way too much of it into your body. Well, if anyone is batshit crazy enough to do it, right? I mean, he is the candidate. But you can see how big this guy is just by me having him stand in between the McFarlane Batman and the McFarlane Joker, both also from Arkham Asylum. For those of you who are Arkham buffs, you will notice that the Joker is missing the stripes that he's supposed to have on his ripped pants, because Joker's suit has stripes, and these shorts don't. Stripes? No stripes. Stripes? No stripes. And he's also missing the little ribs, the spiky rib protrusions. He has 3 on each side. They're not on this figure either. But I think, more or less, other than that, we're good to go. He's got the spiny protrusions sticking out of his back. They're made out of a bendable soft rubber, so if he falls over, they won't break. And apparently when you do this much Venom, you end up with moss growing all over your back. No, I'm just kidding. That's not moss. That's the Titan, I think, oozing out of his back. That's exactly what that is. And you also grow great big green veins. You got the Titan coursing through them, the same thing with on the bicep, and also over here. But look at these blood patches. Look at that. We got some blood in the children's toy aisle. Look at that. All these, you take that much Titan and your skin starts to fall off. Go figure. The claws that he has here looks like he just got up too soon at the nail salon. I'm sure he'll be great friends with Doomsday because he's got the spiny protrusions right here, the bony protrusions popping out here and here. Also, apparently when you take too much Titan, all of your hair falls out except for the stuff in the middle, which then, for some strange reason, stands straight up into a badass looking mohawk. Yeah, that's a thing that happens apparently. I like it though. I think this is a really fun look for the Joker. But the face itself, the eyes, they're looking over. What is so important over there? Why does he gotta look over there? I do think the paint job on the face looks okay though. The paint job looks pretty nice. And you will notice that he's got these like flecks just like all in his body, right? All inside the plastic. And that's pretty much the same thing as the second release of Doom's Bat. He had the exact same thing. He had the flecks of different darker colors inside of him. And if you remember, they did the same thing with Clayface. Also, this was a Joker who clearly needs to trim his nails or go to the salon. Looks like he may have a terrible case of foot fungus going in there in his toenails. Let's see how articulated he is. So the head, it's gonna bibble bobble. What's it got? All the way up. Well, that's not, you know what, when he's standing straight, that's like him looking straight. So he can't really look up on account of the fact he's got a hunchback like that, which is game accurate though. And then you've got, in the torso, you got this rounded, I ripped him in half! Ha, now who's the Titan, Joker? There you go. That ball joint in the tummy there, in the bottom of the torso there. Well, I mean, he can lean right down and just glare at Batman like no, that sounded like Scooby, didn't it? let's try a better Joker laugh. That one might have been a bit better. And inside of his arms here, you got the little approximation. You got that little circular piece right here that actually does a good job of hiding the fact he's got a piece of articulation there so that you get more movement, and it kind of covers it up. You've also got the elbow that is double jointed. Let's push it so that we can make both sides of this joint work. Work, joint, work. Oh, how many people have said that Anyway, there you go, double jointed elbows. He can scratch the back of his head with ease. Got a gigantic hinge in the wrist, like that. He could be like, oh, Betsy, stop it, just stop it. And down here, Joker's got these bad boys, as always, and they're actually really articulated. Like, if he was a dog, he would have no problem lifting his leg to pee, or lifting it to stomp on Batman's head. And he's got the double jointed crunchers for, you guessed it, kneeing Batman in the junk or possibly up in the face, or just for stretchy, bendy poses. You know, the ankles are of interest because, I mean, yes, they're a rounded hinge and they're gonna have the pivot, which we know, so we can pass that, but you've actually got a little bit of sculpting there. I think that Todd is trying to listen to fans when we're like, dude, your balls are ugly. No, wait, that's not what I meant. And finally, he's got this totally cool piece of articulation here. Toticulation. So then, what do I think about this Titan Joker? Honestly, if I was going to compare it to the actual video game art or to the DC collectibles version here, yeah, that one. Yeah, for looks, I gotta give it straight to DC Direct / collectibles. That Joker figure is amazing, but we do know that their figures tended to break a lot. Like, oh, this is wonderful, I'm moving his arm around. Shit! The arm fell off. Gosh darn it. I'm just gonna turn his leg and bend it at the knee. Oh no, it broke off. Oh, and I can't put it back together again. So, McFarlane's is definitely going to be of a more durable nature, and it's also much cheaper. So, as you know, as someone who never managed to get his hands on the original one, I like this one. This one tickles the fancy. It floats the boat, and it does it for me. I think it was worth the money, and I think that it'll be worth your time and effort to go and track this guy down in the wild. I mean, where else are you gonna find a gigantic Titan Joker figure for this kind of a price point? I'll just answer that for you. You won't. Anyway, those are my ideas, thoughts, opinions, and observations. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching this video. I know that my Titan Joker review is much later than many other people's. That's because I live in Canada, and a lot of the stuff that we just get it later than America. Heck, I ordered mine from the UK, and I still got it before they've ever showed up in stores in Canada. So that's gotta tell you something. Anyway, yeah, thanks for sticking around. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Have a DC day, everybody, and take care.